Hello, my name is Elena and welcome to this series of videos introducing Apache Kafka. During the next several sessions, we'll dive into this distributed event streaming platform which exists already for over a decade and became de facto standard for data streaming. Apache Kafka is widely used in the industry but still somehow is challenging to understand. That's why our goal is to look at this technology and understand its fundamental building blocks in simple terms. Doesn't mean we won't dive deep, but we'll try to keep it simple. Before we give a definition to Apache Kafka, what I wanted to do is to give you an example of a project where Apache Kafka makes significant difference to the users and to the developers. And my ingenious project idea is based on a movie you might have seen, Zootopia. If you haven't seen it, no worries. But if you have, you will recognize some of our characters later. Because together, you and me, we want to build the first e-commerce product of Zootopia, and we'll call it Shopitopia. Like in any e-commerce project, we want to have an inventory of products that we offer, some web interface to start with, where our lovely customers can search for products, select what they want, place an order, and wait for delivery. And this is probably a minimal set of what we expect from the product at start. And when starting to build this project, maybe during the MVP stage still, we can choose to keep all subsystems next to each other within a single monolith. Where our front-end and back-end communicate directly with each other, we have a data store for the products and for the users, some modules responsible for ordering, payment and delivery, and all of that interconnected. And this might work at start when we still have a small number of users and a limited amount of functionality. But once we start scaling, once we have more customers and wider variety of products, once we offer more services for our clients, the number of modules and their complexity will increase. We will probably introduce multiple front-end interfaces, web, Android and iOS app. For user convenience, we also want to add a notification system, recommendation engine, tracking of the parcel so that they can follow the delivery till their door. And if we continue adding all of these modules into this monolith very quickly, the current architecture and the information flow will become a mess. A mess which is difficult to support and difficult to expand. And with the development team growing, no single person will be able to keep up with the data flow of this product. It will be as painful as untangling your headphones cable after a day in your pocket. Or maybe I'm the last person on earth who is still using cable headphones. In any case, at this moment, we'll need to have a tough conversation with our team on how to split this monolith into a set of independent microservices with clear communication interfaces. What's even more crucial for this system, our architecture must allow us to be as close to real-time communication as it is possible, to rely on real-time events where users don't have to wait till tomorrow to get meaningful recommendation based on their latest purchases. Nowadays, users, including us, expect immediate feedback based on the actions that we do. And as engineers, we want to be able to get the maximum value of real-time data in the most efficient and hopefully painless way. This is good for users and good for business and good for us. Would be also cool if the application we select can allow us to do real-time monitoring, processing and reporting. And this is altogether quite a lot to ask. Introducing such activity tracking is an immensely high volume operation and needs to be resilient to failures, and we must prevent data loss. Especially with the growth of the user base and hopefully their interest in our product, the amount of difficulties has potentially to grow exponentially. Especially with the growth of the user base and hopefully their interest in our products, the amount of difficulties has potential to grow exponentially. But luckily for us, these are exactly the challenges with which Apache Kafka can help us. Apache Kafka is great at untangling data flows and simplifying the way we handle real-time data. So now I want to return to the definition of what Apache Kafka is. And I know definitions are boring, but it is so important for us to be aligned on what exactly we are talking about here. So, Apache Kafka is an event streaming platform that is distributed, scalable, high throughput, low latency, and has a very large ecosystem. Or simply put, it is a platform to handle transportation of messages across your multiple systems, multiple microservices, or any other working modules. Can be just a front-end app as we discussed, or can be a set of IoT devices communicating, or some backend module. Can be a teapot in your kitchen sending information about water temperature. Apache Kafka platform is distributed, meaning that it relies on multiple servers with data replicated over multiple locations, making sure that if some of the servers fail, we are still fine and our data is still complete, so our customers can continue using our products without noticing any issues. It is scalable so that you can have as many of such servers as you need, and they can handle trillions of messages per day, ending up in petabytes of data persistently stored over disks. And the word persistently is quite important for our conversation. And what is awesome about Apache Kafka is its community and a wide ecosystem, including all the client libraries available in different languages, also a set of connectors to integrate with your existing system that you already use. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel to start using Apache Kafka, but rely on the work of amazing developers who already solved issues there. To understand how Apache Kafka works and how we can work with Apache Kafka effectively, we need to talk about Kafka's way of thinking about data. And that is exactly the topic for our next video. You'll find all the links in the description below and on the top of the video. Hope you enjoyed this introduction. If you have questions, leave them below in the comment section and subscribe to this channel not to miss any future videos.